Hello and welcome to Divinity Gems. This is Donna here with your new moon read. This is a new moon, y'all, in Scorpio. My cancers. Your sister sign of Scorpio. Powerful. Emotion-wise. Represents our desires. What's important to us. I was doing a little bit of research last night as well. It says with the moon in Scorpio, we desire. It says desire and passion are what move you. Your feelings are intense but can be moody, brooding, and easily hurt. You form strong attachments and you are fiercely loyal, but can become jealous and possessive as well. I feel like we'll feel a lot of these intense emotions across this new moon. Can be secretive, dominating, aggressive, impatient, stubborn. Feelings are so strong that they need mastering. And the whole Scorpio I transform type of energy is coming across the planet as this new moon comes through us, to us through this week, hitting on the 7th. But I feel like the energy will still be felt across this whole week. Definitely a big changeover at a Scorpio new moon. Relationships, foundations get transitioned so that we can all eventually get back on the path, towards our happiness and our highest growth. Let's go ahead and use the Black Moon Astrology today to pull a course of action spread, because I feel like on the moons with that energy, it's good to know just how to move. Sometimes it's such an intense energy that is very overwhelming at times. So I really want to do the spread today for the new moon. This is for my Cancer, also week of November 5th through the 11th, but definitely with the new moon falling in there on the 7th. Let's go ahead. Pull 4 cards for my Cancer. And then we'll use the Rider deck, of course, and some, maybe the Crystal Vision. We'll see what calls to us. Let's pull your course of action spread, Cancer, and see what the energy will be for you. Right now, this is Scorpio ruled by Pluto. About this new moon, this is the energy, the overall energy right here in card 1, position 1. And you got Pluto transformation. This will be affecting you, Cancer, this new moon. This energy will be playing out across your life in some type of way, transforming it. So you had some feelings, some deep feelings, some intense feelings going on last week, some type of shakeup to your life in some type of way, a relationship breakup in any kind of way. The Pluto transformation is taking place. It's taking place. It's going to continue across this week. Course of action not to take. 4th house, roots. 4th house, roots. This is the suggested action not to take. So I know a lot of us were dealing with that last month, going through our 4th house, even in the last couple of weeks, having to go back home and deal with some issues, some emotional issues, maybe some things that we buried that we didn't want to have to deal with anymore, dealing with our family issues, going back and asking questions that have never been answered, getting answers more so, I feel like, to understand how things that happen in our life, in our childhood, in our family life correlate to some issues that we have emotionally at this point in our adult lives, that type of thing. It was sending us back to our 4th house so that we can heal those things, build ourselves up stronger internally, and be ready for this new transformation without that scar, without that baggage, without that mindset that we held on to from something that we were taught or something that scared us or hurt us in our childhood. It's telling you let that stuff go. Once you figured it out, once you know what it is, you can stop blaming yourself for it, stop holding grudges about past hurts. That part is not you anymore. You are transforming into a new person. So it is not holding on to the past, playing the victim anymore. You find out these things to build up your strength so that you can know this is not define your life. This is not who you are because you were raised a certain way or you went through something in the past. Doesn't stay who you are. you let that go. Once you have understanding, you let it go. And it's saying to you, don't hang on to the past right here. Do not hold on to the past. Do not hold on to why mommy never loved me and nurtured me type of issues that we have back here. When we're an adult and it's time to grow and it's time to change, accept it and move on. That's not who I am. That happened because of this, this, and this. And now I can change that part where there was a hole there, where I was hurt there. And I'm going to grow from that and I'm going to become a better person because of it. Course of action to take. We got Gemini here. This is the mind. This is thinking, and this is definitely communication here. There's going to be some communication here. And this is the course of action to take. Speak your truth. Speak your mind. If it's truth, it's righteous. Speak your truth and don't be afraid to. Sometimes we're afraid to hurt people's feelings. Sometimes if it's the truth, may have to go ahead with the truth sometimes. We can do it in a tactful way. We can do it without throwing harsh, sharp words around, as Gemini can do as well. Throw some sharp words around. No, we want to throw those words out there because we're trying to communicate the point. We want to get understanding across. And if we're talking loud and forceful and imposing our will, as with the Scorpio energy, is going to be heated already. If we're trying to impose our will, sometimes the other person doesn't hear us. But if we just speak calmly with the truth, sometimes the truth, there's no going against the truth. Stand on the truth, because you're going to have to communicate your own desires, your own fears, your own insecurities, and your own happiness to someone this week. You're going to have to be communicating with someone this week about this type of transformation that's going on. And then overall outcome for you. Cancer, Jupiter abundance. All this transformation is happening to put everybody back on their course to abundance, to put everybody back on the right course. And so far, it's looking like yours had to reroute through home so that you can have understanding for the change. And now the communication is about to come in next for you. We're going to use the Rider deck. Communication's coming in, and it's got to do with an overall abundance at the end of this. What you're going to gain from this is setting the theme, starting off this week, which is an important moon for the planet, I feel like. An important moon. I'm going to get a clarifier on each of these from the Rider deck. All right. I'm going to get one from the Crystal Vision deck. I did pull out the Vision Quest. I like to use it. This is my home base deck. Always sends me back home on Crystal Vision. When I really need a message for myself, it sends me home. All right. Pluto transformation. I got the Seven of Wands, on that one. This is something that you've been trying to change for a long time. It's look at how he's trying to move something in the ground. It's like he really had to try hard to transform the situation, to get it to move, to get it to transform. But I mean, there's definitely going to be awakening with that Pluto number 11 and transformation sitting on it. There's going to be an awakening. There's going to be an understanding of why this was so hard, I feel like, why it was so hard. Also coming out of the crystal deck was the Empress in reverse. Could be so many reasons the Empress in reverse. Sometimes we need pregnancy, definitely when the Empress is in reverse. So maybe for some of us, we were trying to have a baby with someone and that situation did not work out. Or some type of pregnancy involved situation just was burdensome to us and making life a little bit difficult at this point. Someone not being nurturing, someone not being there for us. I feel like with that card, it always felt hard. You always felt like you were working on your own. You were trying to make it all happen on your own. And I felt like you did feel like no one had your back on this one, like you were working really hard on your own on this one. Definitely that Empress in reverse. I get the feel of a relationship, a relationship's getting transformed where you were trying to build this relationship with someone and they walked away, or the other way around. Um, or you saw this possibly as the person that you wanted to have a family life with, but it turned into such a burden, such a hard thing to move. You know, when I see this, he's really trying to move it, but the look on his face is not of happiness and joy while he's trying to move it. It's really hard work. It's tough work and it's frustrating work. And then the last card from the Vision Quest was the Star card again, who heals. The Star heals, and this is the healing that you're going to need or going to get after this transformation or during this transformation. I feel like it's going to involve healing after this type of situation here did not work out. Something that you were working really hard on. All of that is under the transformation card, which is to me kind of hinting to the situation of why you needed healing, why healing needed to be done, and then why the situation or what exactly the situation is that's about to be transformed and hinted to something or whatever you've been working hard on, Cancer, that you feel like you've been working by yourself on, but you couldn't make it move, you couldn't make it transform the way you wanted to. Under course of action not to take under that Roots card, fourth house Roots. I got the Page of Swords in reverse. I got the Two of Cups in reverse. And I have the Five of Fire out of the Vision Quest deck, which is insecurity in reverse. Going through those fourth house roots, I feel like you found out where you got a lot of your insecurities from. And this now being in reverse, I feel like you no longer associate or look at this situation the same way as you did before. Your insecurity is in reverse, meaning once you got those answers to me, you figured out the whole connection. And now you're over that. You've put that in the past. You've let that go, which is great. No more insecurities over what you don't have, over being left out in the cold because those crows are looking for food and they've always had food right there. They've got 5 acres corn sitting there. But they're so insecure that maybe those will run out, that they're off looking for more corn elsewhere. That's an insecurity you're taking care of here. You're taken care of, and you were always taken care of, whether you knew it or not. You were always loved, whether you knew it or not. You always were secure, whether you knew it or not, because it was inside of you. And those roots sometimes play on our emotions and have us feeling a different type of way. So I think once you did that, you made that connection, and now you don't have that insecurities. It's turned in reverse. Page of Swords in reverse as well. So you're not pulling out your sword. That's what they're saying. Avoid insecurity that's centered around old stuff in the past. Put those insecurities away because that's not who you are. All right. Page of Swords in reverse. This is someone just starting out to learn themselves, but they can have a tendency to be sharp with the tongue, to be sharp. That sword also be words, harsh words when you're trying to get your point across to someone. It's got the Page of Swords in reverse under the course of action not to take under this fourth house with this insecurity. Don't need to always have an argument with someone. Sometimes when we're communicating, as I saw that up there, then I know there's the tendency to have Page of Swords moment when we're speaking the truth and somebody comes to us with something that's not truth and we want to lash back out at them. All of that is in reverse, saying you don't need to even do that. Your strength is going to be so strong on you, Cancer, that and your understanding that you don't need to do that. And so with the Two of Cups in reverse, this is showing me this is the past. This is someone that you might have walked away from in the other situation, or they walked away from you, a love situation that didn't work, some type of family relationship that had some tension between it. In any case, it's in reverse, and it's saying course of action not to take is to be focused on that energy, is to be focused on that. Moving on to this communication. Under Gemini, I've got the Eight of Swords. The Seven of Wands was in reverse out of the Crystal Vision deck. And the Nine of Wands, Nine of Fire, in the Vision Quest deck was upright. So, feeling like we're stuck and trapped here mentally, and Gemini is definitely a high mental energy card ruled by Mercury. Feeling stuck in your head, feeling like you're on the bottom of this one at this moment because he's not upright, feeling like he's got the upper hand. This is a two-way card. Flip this way, he's on the bottom and all the arrows are aimed at him. So you're feeling under attack in this communication. Maybe this is why you don't want to have this conversation here, because you feel trapped. You feel under attack. This is not a good look right here. When it comes to, do I want to go have a conversation with someone? If I'm feeling in this energy, really don't want to have the conversation with someone. And if I need to have inner strength, then this is going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. This is definitely a test, a trial for me to have this conversation with this type of energy going on. But with Gemini being there, you're going to do a whole lot of thinking. But you don't want to think to this point. You don't want to think to the point where you feel trapped, stuck, and this is so burdensome that you're not going to be able to get out of it. When in reality, this is just some ribbons and she can move those swords, and we know how that goes. And then same thing here. If you would just change your mindset, you see that you're really the one who has the upper hand. But insecurities, like we saw down here, insecurities will cause you to change these perceptions to feeling like you're stuck and trapped, knowing that it's something that once you change your mindset, you can easily change. You can easily change it. It's asking you to have inner strength through this, not feel like this, but go ahead and have this conversation here, because there's going to be a conversation here if Gemini is out. It's going to be some talking. It's going to be some communicating. It's going to be some thinking in the mind here. It's telling you to be strong enough to do that. Be strong enough to stand on your truth, not be afraid. And just speak the truth clearly. Doesn't have to be done, like I said, with an attitude. Doesn't have to be done aggressively. Doesn't have to be cussing people out. But you do need to have that conversation. And so under Jupiter Abundance, finalizing that, the Wheel of Fortune is out. Was out in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune is out. There's your transformation. Again, Pluto transformation. Same transformation is coming to you. Cancer. And the Temperance is in reverse. Meaning this whole thing is going to bring about more balance for you as well at the end of the day. It's trying to bring about more balance for you. It's not going to transform the situation if it's on the right course. It's only going to transform the situation to send you towards a new course that's going to be more fulfilling, more balanced, more harmonious. Ace of Swords. There comes your clarity. And Death again is transformation. It was in reverse. Once you have understanding, this situation will be transformed. But that's coming across this week. Probably has not happened yet. Probably got some hints of it coming. Can feel something coming, but has not happened yet. Knight of Swords. I definitely feel a lot of movement coming across this week. Changes being made to people's lives. People going after their insight. Once they get the insight, they're ready to take charge. Knight of Swords has understanding of where he's going and why he's running. He's sure. That's why he's in such a hurry. Because he knows. He got that sword of clarity right there. He knows. Transformation all around for you, though. The Death card, transformation card is the Death card in the other deck. And then you got it in that deck. More clarity, more clarity. This is definitely what it's about for you, Cancer. Understanding. And I feel like across this new moon, your understanding will grow. Your understanding will grow. You didn't know, you will know. The whys of all of these things that have been happening to you. The why. Yeah, you had a cycle completion when it came to a certain love situation. But I feel like there's something new. There's something new for you when it comes to love and harmony. There's something new for you. You had that cycle completion. It was definitely about the old way you communicated and existed in love relationships. These don't do reversals. So I've got the Ace of Water and the Son of Water, which to me definitely either a new offer of love. See how kind of fine and sexy he is offering that cup, standing there with that cup ready, because there's a new offer coming here. And if this is you ready to make your new offer to someone, or that someone special there that you're waiting to come towards you with the offer. But either way, I feel like after this transformation, the transformation is happening so that we can get here, so that we can get to emotional fulfillment again, but emotional fulfillment the right way, not the way that we learned it and some patterns that we kept doing, from our past, and that took us back through our roots. All that stuff is done. And now we're going to find emotional fulfillment the right way, the way it always should have been. There is that big medicine wheel. It's all about healing. I like this deck as it uses medicine. This is medicine for you. This is healing energy coming across the planet in order for you to transform your life from fear, which is what it's all about. Sometimes when we don't make moves or we are stuck on stuff from the past, fears that we had to get over. The fear is going to be transformed across this moon for you. No longer afraid, Cancer. The strength, I feel like, will be given to you across this moon to continue to go towards the things that are in your highest interest. Sometimes we just get tired of the fight. That's what it is. We get tired of the fight. It's too hard. I don't want to fight anymore. And at those moments, we sometimes want to give up, because just the fight of it all, of moving it, like we saw that Seven of Pentacles, the fight of this here is what makes us give up. This is what makes us give up. But he's saying the transformation is happening and the series of events had to take place. You had to go home and get understanding, and all these things had to play out first before it can transform the situation. And at the end of the transformation is abundance for you. Jupiter is out there, expanding, trying to make us grow, And this was definitely a growth moment for you. Scorpio's ruling planet. This Sagittarius ruling planet is Jupiter. Scorpio's ruled by Mars. The red planet. So this is power. Power coming to assist on this transformation. And at the end of it, that power is actually what's going to cause the good things that come through in your life, what we consider abundance. That power causes the good things to come through. All right, one wrap-up card, and then we're out of here, Cancer. This is a big moon. If you follow astrology, check with your astrologers on this new moon. It's a big new moon. Embrace my body. I honor and embrace all of my body, and I'm receptive to her needs. This was getting healing done to you as I saw that star card. Body and spirit. Going to be honored through this transformation, I feel like, for you Cancers this week. That was your reading. Hope you did enjoy it. It's getting kind of deep, y'all. Getting kind of deep with this new energy that hasn't been on the planet before. It's all new. Thank you for checking in with me this morning. Hope you enjoy your week. If you need to book a personal, it's always below in the description box. Thanks for watching. Till next time.